Team M109R. On the 20th of October 2021, Team M109R South Africa embarked on a 3,000 plus kilometer run from Johannesburg to East London. This was their second annual memorial run in honor of a fallen rider, Mzwa. The team decided to split into 3 separate groups, with the first leaving Johannesburg around 6 a.m. and other 2 groups following at 1-hour intervals. On this particular ride, Team M109R extended the invite to everyone who was close to Mzwa. Even if they were riding a different brand of bike, they were still welcome to join. The team agreed to all meet at Engine Garage on the N3 near Heidelberg. Everyone arrived in jovial mood and extremely excited to meet each other since the last group ride. Notably was an extremely unique and special greeting between fellow riders Tina Turner and Dube. The meet and greet was short-lived as Voodoo, the road captain on this journey, rallied everyone to settle up and start getting ready to go. It wasn't long after the Heidelberg departure that riders started experiencing a sudden change of weather. This called for the M109R group to momentarily pull off onto the roadside and change into their rain gear. Of course, those who smoke took advantage of this little opportunity to do so. Through this gloomy weather, the first team eventually arrives in Harrismith after a 2-hour ride. This was a planned destination for breakfast. Suzuki SA was a proud sponsor of the trip and offered essential services such as support vehicle, on-road mechanics, and some refreshments. While in Harrismith, it was discovered that some bikes had already started showing some mechanical issues. Miss K's bike rear brake lever suddenly went loose, but Tambu was ready to assist as the Suzuki team was attending to a few boulevard problems.
Tire repair kit, okay? You guys should learn. Tire repair kit, alright? Isn't tire repair kit, no, tire repair kit, alright?
The second team arrived 20 minutes after the first team's departure. For some reason, Team 2 and Team 3 decided to merge. The two teams spent less time for breakfast in Harrismith as compared to Team 1, but unfortunately got delayed by a few more mechanical challenges. Once again, Team Suzuki came to the rescue. The second refresher stop was in Villiers. And here again, bikes showed signs of needing mechanical attention. I'm sure at this point, the Suzuki crew realized that they have a major task at hand. This is only day one, and we have not reached our destination. Most mechanical issues were finally resolved. However, there was one bike that had to be put on a trailer. The group then left Villiers and started to head towards Margate. The ride went well until Mackenzie, who was one of the main sponsors of the trip, requested guys to pull over to the side in order to address a few safety concerns. He was primarily concerned about the ride information not being consistent throughout the journey.
Guys, we are riding now in the afternoon, there's a lot of traffic on the road. We need to close the peg. Don't allow a car to come in. The reason I stopped, there was a Q7 at the back. That Q7 is between you there. And some of you are overtaking it and getting in front of it. That guy is going to bump you. And we don't want to have fatality.
Our first sleepover town was in Margate. Gautengers are always thrilled by the sight of the beach. As soon as the bikes were parked, some took the opportunity to go and take a few pictures around the water. Team Suzuki surprised everyone with some goodie bags.
Suzuki!
In the morning, everyone lined up for a photo shoot and another small walk on the beach.
She's hot.
Hi, you.
She's hot. She's hot. Now the world knows.
Tsepo, who came all the way from Botswana, managed to join the group and was equally thrilled to interact with her fellow M109R riders. Signora was the dedicated prayer warrior of the group and requested everyone to gather around for a small prayer session before departing for East London.
Itlang emanyang. Itlang bafethu.
Africa rara
Thapelo bafethu a tsebe language a tsebe khala. O rapela ka thapelo engwe le engwe language o e fusta.
are ntsendi dikati ba tlo ga re ntse ke fa re ditse modimo. Are memeng ramasedi. Modimo mesong ya letšatši la lekgomo as we are about to embark to East London, really the M109 crew. Re bitša go wena senate sa legodimo gobane wena wa kgona ga o tlhole ke selo. Ka gona tlobele rena all the riders go ride wena pele bona ba ka fihla mighty God. Re go mema senate sa legodimo this morning gore ka nnete o halalela o yo fa magotla. My name aba halalelang a tate morwa le moyo halalelang. Amen. Amen. Okay.
One of the pit stops, Tina finds himself a dead Utata in Mzwa.
Guys, ditolutata mna Bangubu pilata Bizane. Tolutata kaloku. Ihamba ngesikhathi. Angidoli wathi mara kusesikhathini. Tolutata apha eBizana. Khohlwa becomes forget. Yeah.
From Bizana, the group was headed to Port St. John's to enjoy a route boasting 133 continuous curves. Traffic officials in the area were ready to welcome us and assisted in ensuring that the ride goes seamlessly in the heavily congested towns such as Flagstaff.
You need to enjoy the road. What we are doing here is fine. That's the purpose of this year's street was this curves. Yeah. Oh. The purpose of this guys, last year we wanted to come here, but it was we didn't have enough time. That's why we started Galaborarori. This Let's time, this people and relax.
I even jokes and I what I need to when
Upon arrival in Port St. John's, the first group was informed that the second group is experiencing heavy delays due to some protest action happening in Lusikisiki. Protesters had chopped off some trees to block off the roads and not allowing any mode of transport to go through. The second group had to find the nearest police station and notify law enforcement officers of the incident. Bikers, law officials, together with patriotic community members, managed to clear the road and Team M109R continued with their journey. arrived late. One small incident where a rider dropped his bike. Gloomy weather, but everyone is in high spirits.
I know. Satan we set a bike now.
That's why there's a totally Why did you? The older people are problematic in the group. The younger people behave.
No,
What should we do?
We let them go. They easily get exhausted.
These are problematic
Especially
people.
who out of the older people? We want the culprits.
Sightseeing and visited Bisho Memorial. Bisho is the capital city of the Eastern Cape Province in South Africa. The office of the Premier, provincial legislature, and many other government departments are headquartered in this town. The town, 3 kilometers from King Williamstown and 70 kilometers from East London, is also part of the Buffalo City. Bisho was the capital of the Ciskei. Ciskei was a nominally independent homeland, Bantustan, for the Xhosa people in South Africa. Tera and Babalo, two other bikers from Port Elizabeth, decided to ride 150 kilometers in order to meet the M109R crew in Port Alfred. The purpose of visiting Port Alfred was not only to go sightseeing and have lunch there, but to also go on a boat ride. Unfortunately, on that day, the weather became extremely mean to us, and any plans of hopping on a boat were immediately disbanded. The guys enjoyed each other's company, regardless of unfavorable weather conditions. The ladies decided to briefly break away from the guys, going on a brief scenic ride around the city and taking a few pictures along the coast. On the last day of the trip, we enjoyed the chill-out session at the local Chisanyama in East London. The food and music at the venue was totally awesome. Some crew members decided to leave on this day in order to cut their trip in two by laying over in Bloemfontein en route to Jozi. On the way back, the remaining group was downsized as most guys decided to leave a day early. The weather condition deteriorated. Riders experienced heavy rainfall and a bit of hail. The two lady riders persevered, whilst a few guys felt that they couldn't continue anymore and decided to put their bikes on a trailer.
Yo, nangu umhlolo umhlolo bari bachaba pula banda hello look at me now and
Wait.
I'm doing the ride. I'm still spending. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm all weather rider. Raining, sunny day. I'm here, Mara. Kina le bona sticking up on board. Batla kumbona.
Ay ke Jili Mkolisi. Jili Mkolisi ba loader ba rula ya.
Ba re ba khatsetse.
Baria.
Ba re ba khatsetse. Modimo. Ba perdile raincoat mara ba khatsetse. That's shocking. The worst part of it. Bona mo shaye hore o ba pere raincoat. O felletse ka ke mara wa khatsetse.
Yeah.
Man, look at one Elisa. Without raincoat, mara ba push. Ah man.
Hey, nake bona monna o laisha ba.
Yeah.
O laishisa ke pula. There's still 2 ladies who are still riding.
Man.
Mo puleng.
And one of them is our captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pulling it, my brother. She's pulling it all the way.
I'm
a tota ya laisha la. What's my cousin?
Not even anyone.
And some they started to load in East London.
Yeah.
They did not ride all
Yes,
the way back.
some East London.
Guys,
Overall, the East London ride was extremely successful, and conversations about going on the next one have already started.
Right, so I'm Chris from Suzuki South Africa, and I'm actually on the marketing side. Suzuki got involved with helping out the M109R ride to East London by coming along as a backup vehicle with a few spanners and tools, and obviously a trailer. The whole idea was just to support the guys. Obviously, with 57 bikes on the road, it can get quite busy and things can go wrong, unfortunately. So yeah, so we joined the ride, and it's been a good ride. We've had our challenges. We've had some protests. What do you call those things? On the road, which has delayed us. We ended up having 1 or 2 pothole incidents where we had some cracked rims. We had a little fall. Luckily, the ride is okay. Bike obviously back on the trailer. And then we ended up in East London, and a few of the guys obviously had a few issues with their clutches and that, but we adjusted most of them. Yeah, all in all, it's been a good ride. I think we ended up at Port Edward the one day with some windy conditions for the guys to ride back in. Now we're in Bloemfontein on the way home, and the weather is looking rather ominous. I think the guys want to get going. It's about to rain. So all in all, it's been a good 5 or 6 days. We're glad Suzuki could come along and help and be a bit of a backup and just show a little bit of support to the guys. Obviously, lots of VZRs on the road, so it makes sense for us to help out a bit. And that's it. That's it from Suzuki South Africa, for myself, Chris. And yeah, till next time.
Hello, I'm Latifa from Tshwane Legion Bikers, a member of M109R group. We took a ride to East London. It was planned for Mzwandile's memorial. He was also part of us. He was part of the M109R. So just because of last year he was in East London, and he was even in the group to plan for the 2021 ride to East London. So we decided that we should make this run his memorial run. So my experience about this run is that it was very nice, especially riding in a big pack for such a long distance. It was about 50 plus bikes on the road, but what we did is that we tried to make sure that we are safe on the road. We divided the groups into 3 so that we can all manage to ride safe to get to Margate. We rode to Margate on the first day. Then the other day we slept. We rode to East London the following day. My experience from East London, from Margate to East London, the nice part was the cabs. I've never seen such nice caves, but we managed, and it was very nice, especially the Lusikisiki ones and the ones from Umtata to East London. It was very, very nice, but we make sure that we said to everyone that we should like ride on a speed that you feel comfortable. You shouldn't get excited, so that we can all get home safe.
Okay,
good day, good day, good day. Miss K from Mamenemenekebao. I'm from Pretoria, and I'm here to talk about the tour that we had on Wednesday, the 20th of October. We went to Margate via East London, and now we're coming back home. What I can say about the trip, it was my first longest trip ever. I got an accident, a minor accident, whereby my rear brakes broke, but I managed to push from Pretoria to Margate and East London. The experience, I can say it was for the first time to go through 400 caves or bends, and the road was not smooth from Pretoria to Margate, and from Margate to East London. Some potholes. We had to ride in the rain, we had to ride very late in the evening. From Margate to East London, we got there by 11 o'clock p.m. So what I can say about the trip is I managed to grow as a woman in biking. I managed to learn how to ride in a pack of more than 50 riders, dominated by men. And I managed to go beyond 150-60, the speed of 150-60 kilometers per hour, but I was comfortable with my 140. And now we're riding back. The weather is not nice. There's some crosswinds. It's drizzling, but so far so good. And the reason for this tour, it was in memorial of Mr. Mzwa, and what I can say is we lost a very sweet, tall gentleman, and may his soul rest in peace. Big up.
Yeah, this is M109, Mzwandile's memorial run. We had a very good experience. It was a success. We didn't have much of glitches along, the route. It's such a long trip, which I would encourage other bikers to do. The trip was excellent. It had its challenges, but yeah, I mean we went through various towns. Initially we started off in Devon. Our first stop being Margate, and then from Margate we then rode to East London. We had a bit of a glitch there, where there was a community protest, but as bikers, we always make a plan. We managed to clear the road for everyone, and then we were good to go. We had so many bends that we had to take there. I mean, so many nice bends for those that love the tents. So we got to East London and we had to visit various areas. We went to Bishop Memorial Massacre, and then the following day, which was on Saturday, we went to Port Alfred. Such a beautiful place. I would really encourage the bikers to go there. It's a very nice spot. And then from there, we had our lazy Sunday, which is yesterday. So. And then other guys decided, because of the long stretch, from East London to Joburg, it's about 1,200 kilometers. So others felt that maybe they need to break their trip. They left us yesterday. They went to Bloemfontein, which was their first stop.
Hi guys, it's the coach, AK47. With Mzwa's trip, G0 is awesome. I learned a lot. a lot of experience, and it's actually first time being on a long trip like this. But so far we've made it to Blom as we speak. So we went all the way from Joburg to Margate. Well, a little bit challenging because, as I said, it was new for me. The caves mostly, but the one that I really enjoyed, that's when I was now starting to warm up and everything. When we were down in the Eastern Cape, those were sharp and those are very long as well. But yeah, all in all, it was a great experience for me, and I can't wait to do it again, because now at least I've learned a lot when it comes to caves and how to adjust my brakes, and also from the guys that I experienced. I've also spawned a lot of information from them, you know. Like this morning when Dambu, one of our fellow bikers, was telling me that when you're having on the corner, you don't look at the corner but you look far, which is really did help in terms of moving around the corner and all of that. But yeah, the rain, it was extremely cold as well, but look, it all comes with biking. I strongly believe, but I know that next time I should actually buy myself like warm stuff so that I could cater for any weather, whether it's hot or cold. But yeah, man, I mean, that's perfect and that's awesome. I thank you.